In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful mini bag. So I saw this on Pinterest and I wanted to recreate it because it looks so beautiful and I honestly enjoyed making this bag. So let me show you guys on how to go about it. First, I went ahead to cut out 4 pieces here. So I have about 4 pieces here as you can see. So two will be for lining and two will be for the main fabric. Do you get? So for the lining part, I ironed a stay, and for the main fabric, I ironed a gum stay. Okay, so the width is 10 inch and the length is 12 inch. Do you get? The width is 10 inch, the length is 12 inch. So I'm going to keep the lining part aside, then I'll work with the main fabric for now. So you can see the both are facing right side. So I'm going to keep the lining aside. Then you can see how I turned it. So from this bigger part, you're going to be attaching your zip first. So I'll be working with this black zip because that is the one I have for now. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, you can use a matching color of your zip. It depends on the color of fabric you are working with. Okay, so I placed my zip right side facing the right side of the fabric. So I'm going to stitch the zip with half an inch. Okay, then after stitching you will have it looking like this. You're going to place the second piece on top of the zip just like this. Go ahead and stitch as well. So after stitching, guys, this was what I had. So this is what the right side looks like. I've gone ahead to open the zip. This is what I have. Can you see? The next thing I want to do now is to turn the wrong side of my main fabric. Now this is the lining. I'm going to place the lining wrong side facing each other like so. So you place one of the lining like so. Go ahead and stitch with 1/4 inch. Do the same thing on the second one. Place the wrong side facing each other. Then go ahead and stitch with 1/4 inch. After stitching with 1/4 inch, this was what I had. Can you see? So I'm going to separate the lining from the main fabric. Okay, just watch what I'm doing here. So now that I've separated it, the next thing I want to do is to stitch with half an inch. Okay, the main fabric side, you're going to stitch the main fabric side with half of an inch. So after stitching both side and on the hem part with half inch on the main fabric side, the next thing you want to do now is to open up your zip. Okay, you're going to make sure your zip is open because I want to achieve curve on the bottom part of the main fabric. That is the pulse part. Do you get? So from the inside, I'm going to put my hand and I'll have it looking like this. Do you get? So just do the same thing you saw me did here. Then go ahead, make it look flat like so from one end or from one edge. Okay, put your hand inside of the fabric and make it look flat like so. Make it look flat like so. Then from the upper part to that point I have 2 inch. You can see I've ruled out a straight line. So I'm going to do the same thing on this part, make it look flat on the edge, then come down by 2 inch, just like what we have on the first side. Then go ahead and stitch on both end. Okay, so after stitching, guys, this was what I had. Can you see? When stitching, make sure the seam line faces one side like so. Then go ahead and trim it out. Okay, just trim out the excess, so this will give it the pulse shape you get on the bottom part. So now that I'm done with this, next thing I want to do now is to come over to the lining side. So I'm going to start from that side and stitch with half inch on both side of the lining. After stitching, guys, this was what I had. The next thing I want to do now is to turn it outside right. I'm going to turn the purse outside right. This is purse now, or mini bag. Just turn it the right side like so. Ensure you bring out the edges. Okay, bring out the edges so the curve will come out very fine and smooth. You can use your scissors to bring out the edges just like so. Okay, so after doing that, next thing I want to do now is to fold in at least 1/4 inch or half an inch of the lining. Then I will just make a top stitch. Okay, I will top stitch from that point to the end. After top stitching, this was what I had. So I'm going to put it inside. And when putting inside, ensure it relaxes inside. Okay, make it relax very well, just like you see me doing here. So I've gone ahead to close up my zip. So on both edge, just mold it. Can you see what I'm doing here? Mold the both edge of your purse just like this, because we want to attach the strap, that is the band, the hand bag. It has hand, so we are going to be attaching the hand bag on both ends, so that's why it needs to be like that. Okay, so I've gone ahead to cut out the strap. The length is 11 inch, as you can see, and the width is 3.5. I've also gone ahead to fold and iron like so. So when you fold and iron, ensure they are very close to each other like so, and also iron the edge with quarter of an inch or half an inch. So what I have here is 8.5 inch to 1 inch for the length. So this is wooden. I cut it out so it will help make the handbag firm. Okay, so the handbag will be firm. Do you get? So I cut it out. The wording, the one you use on your breast pad, so you go ahead and place it on the middle, then place the other fabric right side facing each other, make a top stitch. So I've made my top stitch and I left about almost 1 inch open on both edge. So I'm going to be attaching the hand through that opening. Do you get? So now this is the handbag. So after molding the both side of your handbag, after molding the both side of your purse or bag, you are going to open one side of the handbag. You open it like so, then fold in quarter of an inch inside. When you open it, you place it. You can see how I placed it now. Ensure you place very well, then fold in about quarter of an inch. Go ahead and make a hand stitch. Okay, make a hand stitch. If you are using a very thick gum stay, maybe peplum gum stay, ensure you use your hand needle to tack. Okay, so after tacking my, you can see what I have here. Can you see? This is what I have after I was done. Next you want to do now is to apply your applique, and that will be the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much.